Caleb Noble with Horse Show Wire, and I'm here with David Freedman of Freedman Harness. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Caleb.
So whereabouts are you located?
We're located in Toronto, Canada, and our retail and our warehouse is in Midway, Kentucky.
So it's a far stretch of area.
590 miles and an 8.5-hour trip if all goes well.
Tell me a little bit, how did you get started in the harness making business?
My grandfather came from Poland to Toronto in 1910, and he was the fourth generation in our family to make harness. My great-great-great-grandfather made harness for the Polish and Russian Tsars, and harness making has been in the family since 1802. And when my grandfather came from Poland to Toronto, he settled his roots and started making harness for the streets, mostly wagon harness, dray harness, delivery harness. And World War II came along, and there wasn't going to be much need for harness after the war. And my father was born in 1926, and he saw a different need for the harness. He saw show horses coming along. He saw different breeds, show horses that were coming to the Royal Winter Fair, hunters, jumpers, hackneys, Morgans, saddlebreds, Arabians. And he decided that he wanted to strike out and try and make harness for those horses. He was fortunate enough, my late father, to have a mentor that made harness and worked in the Chicago stockyards, a very old friend of my grandfather's named Eddie Godfrey. Eddie Godfrey was my grandfather's right-hand man, and he taught my father how to make show harness and carriage harness and all the fancier types of harness that we make today.
Always located in Kentucky, like your production, or is it in Toronto? All
the production's in Toronto. We've been in Kentucky. This year will be our 10th year anniversary of a warehouse and a retail. And we've been in Toronto since 1910. Our workforce is there, our families are there, and we've always built everything there.
What does a typical day look like in Toronto for your workers?
Well, we build a lot of different products, and we have a fairly large crew, and we build everything in teams. So we're either building saddles, we're building harness, different groups, tail sets, bridles, brow bands, handbags, travel bags. So everybody's working on different jobs and in different little teams, little cells. And that's how we get through the day. Some projects take a month, some projects take a week, some projects take a day. It's all handmade, and depending on availability of raw materials, different leathers, different orders, different sizes, that dictates what the production is going to be. Also different time constraints from different delivery points.
Do you work on new concepts, or do you talk to trainers and think of different ideas of, okay, this might work?
Yeah, it's a little bit of my nature to be a product developer, and I have a reputation for developing product constantly, and it's the way that I think. Something that my father passed down to me, and I spend a lot of time talking to trainers. I spend a lot of time on the rail at horse shows. I think a lot of people see me watching morning, noon, and night, watching horses go around, and I'm always thinking, how can I get more tools in the toolbox of trainers? How can we improve riders' confidence? How can we make sure that people have a better time doing what they're doing, and just the overall well-being of the horse? So I'm constantly developing new product, trying to enhance older products.
And how big is your workforce that you have?
Right now we're at 15, and we're going to be bringing 3 more in next year for our new Night Watch program.
Well, tell us a little bit about what Night Watch is, and we'll talk to Jeff in a little bit.
Night Watch is a halter that is monitoring your horse's well-being, and it's a project we've been involved with for just over a year, and we've been building electronics into the actual halters and going through the whole development curve and development process to make sure that this is comfortable, non-invasive, and of quality for horses.
So it's innovative, just like you.
A little more innovative because there's a lot of electronics involved, and we don't have a lot of electronics involved in the harness shop. We have some newer machinery, but nothing obviously to this level.
So what drives you?
I'm a driven person by nature, and I like the people of the industry, and I like the horses, and I like what I do, and that's what gets me up in the morning out of bed and gets me to the next day.
If somebody wants to learn more information about you and your business, Freedman Harness, how would they do that?
There's quite a bit of information online at our website, freedmanharness.com. We do quite a bit of blogging and posting and a lot of product videos and other little snippets that we can put together. We're working on a new catalog this year that we're having a sign up for right now of handbags and accessories and travel bags, and we're working on another one in 2016 for show horse equipment.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I'm going to talk to Jeff next about the halter, and good luck with this week. And if anybody at home wants to learn more information, go to freedmanharness.com. And David's the man. And I'm sure if you have any questions, you can call him. Any ideas you want to run by him, I'm sure he can give you some great insight. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Phil.
I was just talking to David Freedman about harness making, and he was telling me about Nightwatch. And I'm here with Jeff Schaub, the innovator and creator of Nightwatch. So Jeff, tell me a little bit about your product.
Sure. Well, thanks, Caleb. So Nightwatch is a health monitor for horses, and it's being offered in the form of a smart halter, as I'm holding here. This is a labor of love. Started a little over 2 years ago. We lost a horse to a torsion colic, and despite doing all the right things right as far as watching these animals, we can't always be there. And so this technology is designed to be on your horse when you are asleep at night, when they are traveling on a van, or maybe in a very large pasture.
How does it work?
So within the crown of the halter, which as you heard is being designed by David and his team, is technology. Monitors the animal's vital signs, so the heart rate and the respiratory rate, as well as behavioral patterns. And when our algorithms determine that there is distress, the cellular technology will send an alert to a mobile device for early intervention.
Do you have to charge it? How's that work?
You do. Our power studies right now are bringing this in about 5 to 7 days of normal use, which is overnight use. Every 5 to 7 days, you'll have to be charging. So it works through inductive charging, which is similar to a wireless toothbrush in that it will hang on a cradle, and it'll charge in 3 to 4 hours and be good to go. We've hopefully cracked the code for solving one of the biggest challenges. Equine colic is a leading natural cause of death in horses, and we believe that through earlier intervention, we can save many horses' lives.
The reason you got into this is because you lost a horse.
Yeah, I'm a biomedical engineer by training. I spent 15 years in human healthcare, but have a passion for the horses. And yes, a little over 2 years ago, we lost a horse, and it was the catalyst of a series of events, which included speaking with David to say, would it be possible to integrate and embed technology within the crown? And here we are today with the goal to bring this to market in 2016.
That is great. How has it been, the trial runs been for so far?
It's been good. There's two parts to the story. We're building a company, but we're also testing a product. And so we've been able to identify the right partners in this. We're working with Haggard in Lexington, Kentucky to do some of the clinical validation, working with a group of researchers in New York as well. And last year we sponsored a research grant with Rochester Institute of Technology, who did a lot of the analytical work that we're now harnessing.
Hearing what you're saying, there's a lot of research that's gone. It's not just an idea that you just threw out there and hey, check out your horse's, vital signs. You've done a lot of research in this.
Absolutely. Anyone who knows me knows that I am very diligent and I cover all my bases. And so we want to present empirical evidence for people to make better decisions for their horses. This is not a Fitbit. This is not just something to aggregate data and give you a warm and fuzzy feeling. It's here to save your horse's life by notifying you when you can't be there for early intervention.
Especially when you have a big investment. A lot of these horses is a big investment for people.
Absolutely. The monetary value of these animals is secondary to the emotional investment. Every animal, it means the world to everyone, whether it's a recreational animal or a performance show or race animal.
And if somebody wanted to buy one of these special halters, how would they do that?
So when it's available, and our goal is to have special pre-orders starting January of next year, it'll be through our website, so nightwatch24.com, and everything will be through that central web portal for technical support, customer service, and ordering.